Today's video is brought to you by Grey Viking Games. Click the link in the description below to buy MTG Arena codes for cosmetics, packs, and more. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and you know you're at the right place when we're playing Elephant Tribal instead of, like competitive things. That's when you know you've come to the right place. All right, so we're doing some Elephant Tribal. As you noticed, Battle Mammoth came out with Kaldheim, and I've been wanting to play this card for a while and just wasn't quite good enough. And we got a lot of other good elephants that kind of just popped out recently. Popped out of the snow like daisies. All right, Greenbelt Rampager came out with Kaldheim, but you don't technically play it out on turn one because you have to have energy, 2 energy to do it. But whenever you do play it out, you get 1 energy. So you can technically get this out as a 3/4 on turn 2 as long as you have 3 green mana to do so. Or we have an Aether Hub to help make that happen. And so good stuff. I like Greenbelt Rampager. It's a really fantastic card, and it's a good elephant, but we didn't really have much reason to be playing this as the elephant side of it as much as for the energy side of it until now, because we have a bunch more awesome elephants with shapeshifters, with our Rally the Ranks to have a good Lord, Metallic Mimic, which also came out with this set, and we just get to have some fun stuff. So we have a couple of really cool synergies with this deck. So first off, with Metallic Mimic, with Guardian Gladewalker, and with Venerated Loxodon, which is an elephant that convokes, put all counters onto creatures that you convoked it with, we can have a lot of plus and counter synergies. So Hamza, another elephant, which came out with the Historic Anthology 4, is actually fantastic in this deck, where all of a sudden it costs 1 less for each creature you control with plus and counter, where we're going to have some elephants with counters on them. And then creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, so we can actually get to our expensive things. I threw in some of like the awesome ones, here. So Aggressive Mammoth, 6 mana 8/8 with trample, which is pretty cool, and Thorn Mammoth 6/6 with trample. Whenever it enters the battlefield or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. This can actually be really busted for us, especially with the ability to convoke out like a Loxodon after playing this. Like we can just like fight a bunch of things. Life is great. So especially if Hamza makes everything a lot cheaper too. So there is kind of like a nombo with Venerated Loxodon in this. Once it costs less, we can't technically convoke it for as much. So there's a bit of a nombo, but at that point we're going to be hitting in for damage anyway. So we get some big beefy creatures in this deck, and I'm excited for it. So that's basically the game plan here. Is we are playing in Historic, which means that I'm playing a fair deck, which means it's probably not going to be as good because there's a lot of unfair decks in this format right now. But get Greenbelt Rampager out on turn 2 if we can, to get a 3/4. We basically play this out for green mana. So it says whenever it enters a battlefield, you pay 2. If you can't return it back to its owner's hand and get 1 energy. Sorry, I'm doing the deep dive into the deck here real quick. If you guys want to skip ahead, the timestamp's always down below. But if you guys make sure you hit the like button and subscribe before you do, that'd be great. And I'm going to do the deep dive into the deck now, and then we'll jump into the gameplay. All right, so yeah, this one is, so whenever it enters the battlefield, if you can't pay 2 energy, then you get 1 energy and it goes back to your hand. And so you can actually have some pretty cool effects with this, where you can keep having it enter the battlefield. There are some cool things you can probably do with that. For 1 green mana, you can always have it enter the battlefield. ETB, there's some fun effects you can get with that. With this, we're just trying to get the 3/4 as quick as possible. So turn 1, green mana, get the energy, hopefully play out an Aether Hub so we can just throw out 1 green mana to get it out again, and then maybe have another one or something like that. That'd be great. But basically, we want to get this out on turn 2 if we can for 3/4, which is awesome. Otherwise, we play out Metallic Mimic or Mass Vandal or any of these other guys to get us out on the board on turn 2, so that we can have elephants starting out right away. And then we have Realm Walker, Hazandu Mammoth on turn 3, which will help us. This also helps us make sure that we're hitting our land drops. I'm running only 23 lands here, which I know is typically always a mistake anytime you run an odd number of lands. For some reason, the shuffler messes it up, but this is the right number of lands for the deck right now. We have 7 with this, or 27 with this, and 23 here. It feels like that's how it should be, so we're going to try it out. Anyway, a little bit of interaction with Glass Casket. Rally the Rakes comes in here to help give +1/+1 for everything, which is nice for like a Metallic Mimic to have a base stat boost a little bit. But this just also, anytime another creature enters the battlefield, get +1/+1 counter onto it, which helps out our Hamza. Venerated Loxodon, like I was saying, we can convoke out all creatures are used to convoke, so anyone that we tap down to pay for the cost of this gets the +1/+1 counter, another way to get Hamza out even quicker. And then Battle Mammoth, which is of course awesome. Whenever a permanent you control becomes a target spell of an ability opponent controls, you may draw a card. This is Shaper's Sanctuary. Basically, yeah, Shaper's Sanctuary, which is an awesome card. Basically does the exact same thing whenever you become a target or permanent you control, which I think that one only said creatures. And this one is permanent, which is pretty awesome. Although we basically only have creatures. And yeah, fun stuff. So we have some card draw there. We have card advantage with a Realm Walker playing stuff off the top of our library. And then we have big beefy dudes. So that's the deck. Let's go ahead and jump into it, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. Up against Cap Wobbly Hair, and keep this. I like this. Got Metallic Mimic on turn 2 into Mass Vandal. Mass Vandal does hit quite a few good things in the format, so we get out our Temple Garden tapped. Life is good. We do have a few really expensive things in this deck. Luckily, we can at least make Battle Mammoth a 4-drop with the Foretell side of things. Grazer. All right, we're doing fair things. They're doing ramp things. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. All right, Metallic Mimic on Elephant. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh gosh. Well, is it better to foretell? I think it is. I think it's actually better to foretell this now, because we can get some value with Mass Vandal later. So we're gonna go ahead and foretell, get the Battle Mammoth out in the battlefield as quick as possible. It becomes a 7/6, which is a pretty big hitter. Cultivates. So okay, this is Waking the Trolls with Nissa and Ugin probably. Yeah, that's what I bet this is. Glass Casket is interesting as well. So we'll do that on the next turn. All right, so Battle Mammoth. No attacks. We get to hit for 11 next turn now. With the Glass Casket. And Jund. Intriguing. Didn't cultivate for the black mana. Breast Taunter. Oh crap. Oh, dang it. All right, so how do we win this? Let's do this. So let's go Metallic Mimic on Elephant. They can end up killing the other Metallic Mimic. Do I Glass Casket now? Or do I get out power so I can be hitting in for more? Because the wider we go, the more we can get around Breast Taunter. We take 7 if we swing in. They take 6. This is so funky. Star of Extinction is probably coming, which means we don't necessarily want to bring out all of our creatures. Let's go with the Glass Casket. If they want to kill the Mimic, this way we're at least doing more damage than they're doing to us for this turn. And I think we only have like one more turn to try to win this. So they do kill the Mimic instead. That's great. That's the best possible thing that could happen for us, is they just don't take it. At the same time though, if they just hit land and Star of Extinction, we dead. That is one downside. So Thorn Mammoth, if we get to play it out. All right, Ravager Worm gets to fight something. This is a spell. So we do get to draw a card, take action. All right, Realm Walker on Elephant. Loxodon can be rather nice. So they can double block and kill the Mammoth, but then we get rid of the Ravager Worm. We can force all the damage here, so this doesn't actually deal too much damage to us in general. I think it actually is worthwhile. Perhaps. We're going to try for it. Goes for the double block. We kill the Ravager Worm. Can we do more here and less here? Yes, we can. 0 damage. Take that, fool. Game smarts. Ah. Brilliant. Another one. All right, well, let's go Guardian Gladewalker. The more that we spread the love, the better. So we want to tap down everything. They can start fighting our dude. But going wide is ultimately the best way for us to go. Thorn Mammoth, is this a May ability? Whenever it enters battlefield, it fights up to one creature we don't control. So I can't even, oh man. So these are like actually completely dead cards for us now. All right, so swing in. 3 mana to fight. So they can block the big dudes and then fight Vener locks it on twice. They go down to 8. We go down to a low number. They can do 8 more points of damage to us. Luckily, their effect happens after combat damage. So as long as we can deal 8 points of damage... Okay, we're dead. That's right, they untapped. Gosh, that was just ridiculous. You know, if I were to lose, though, I'd rather lose to something fun like that. So that was good stuff. Up against Themeister and keep this. So we have Venerate locks it on online. I'm debating if I want to throw this out as a land right now. Let's go ahead and do it. So play this out as a land. The only time it's nice to play this out as a land is on turn 1. And so the fact that we got it right there was actually quite grand. Yeah, let's go ahead and Glass Casket. Definitely just going to have removal for the Metallic Mimic. I'd like to try to find a 1-drop to use with it, which we don't actually have 1-drop without energy. Right, okay. It's all good. Soulscar Mage. Another Mammoth. That's bigger. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I'd like to just hit land off the top. That'd be the best. And then we can go like Mimic, double Mimic, or Mimic into Foretelling. I want to get up Venerate Lockstone to get these guys out of the way, but Soulscar Mage is just really annoying. It makes all of our stuff so small. This kind of dodges around it because it can still become a decent creature in general. All right, they have Wizard's Lightning. Yeah, okay. Yup. Soulscar Mage. Number 2. Good stuff. Let's take a peek at the top. Elephant. We do want Metallic Mammoths out first, but... Eesh. We also want to make sure we're hitting lands, so playing stuff out the top of our library means we can get to lands quicker. Stompies our face. Plays that. Now we can't block without dying. We might still just chump block. And not take 6 here. With the shock, they have another 4 points of damage. Yeah, I was trying to chomp. This also means, okay, they still go for the shock. Oh yeah, so we blocked an extra, well, we blocked 4 points of damage there, which is good. Sure. we didn't hit our lands. I needed to play out both Mammoths, it looked like, for the lands there. Oops. Burning Tree. Senior Crusher. Take 2 down to 9. Realm Walker on Elephant. It's a 3/4. It's not the worst. I want that to be a land. No attacks past the turn. Oof. Pillar of Flame. 2 damage. Gets 2 -1 counters because of Soulscar Mage. We will chump. Trade. Yeah, we know we're not getting a land either. This is so bad. Opponent with a sleep. Oh, come on. I know we're dead, but still, I'm Those are the people I want to rope out so badly. But yeah, we are definitely losing that one. With what's on top, it's not going to be good. Up against Volumar, and we don't actually get the Greenbelt Rampager on turn 2 with this. But we can get Metallic Mimic. And then if we hit a third land, we get to Greenbelt Rampager. We don't have 3 land. Yeah, that's Mulligan. We can have better hands than it. This is a better hand than that one. Keep this, drop Venerated Loxodon. Yeah. We have turn 2 Rampager, which is great stuff. And that's a nice land right there as well. All right, Rampager. Back to hand. Aether Hub, Rampager. We lose out on the ability to make this tap for colors, but that's fine because we have our colors now. We only need to like splash for white. We technically have a lot more green sources in the deck. All right, Rampager. It's a 3/4 on turn 2. Nice. I always ran one of these in my Pummeler deck as well, because you could get the extra energy if you need to, although it also spends energy, but then it's a good thing to pump into. All right, throw this out on white mana, Realm Walker. I could go for like the Battle Mammoth on the next turn, but we're gonna try looking at the top of our deck. That's decent. So they can block with everything. We only have to kill one thing, yeah. So no attacks. Playing elephants, man, it's so fun. I honestly am not sure if we'll ever win a game with this deck. I want to really badly, but you know, we're playing elephants. So we have Fable Passage on the next turn into Mammoth. Realm Walker's nice, but we already have that effect. We have to shock this in. Let's change what's on top of our deck. No, we want the Field Passage for the Mammoth, and I'm okay having a secondary one of these. Okay, no attacks. It would be nice to hit another land here so that we can save this when we know where it can actually be hitting. Oh yeah, hits for 5. So this is actually the amass deck. Who does that? Oh man, I want to play this out before the Loxodon, but I can't, can I? All right, well in that case, we'll go for Realm Walker. This is too slow. We're doing some cool stuff. We can play this with everything. I didn't want to shuffle the deck with the Fabled Passage first. Now we'll definitely shuffle that away though. So we'll shuffle actually on our upkeep to not draw the Realm Walker. But we don't have reach right now, and that's what's bad. Gosh dang it. So this deck is probably all built around this card. Like, we shouldn't be losing to this, but I think that we will because we're just a little bit too slow. We don't have enough trample on board just yet. Although, if we hit a land off the top, then we have a decent shot here. Giving everything trample is a way to get there. Down to 8. Oh, wait, no. I didn't mean to do this right now. Gosh, dang it, Jeff. Supposed to get more damage out of the Mammoth doing it on my upkeep. I even said it like 5 times. Dude, I can never think straight. You guys know me. I don't do that. All right, draw. Get the guy out that has trample right now. Play out a dude so we can potentially get land on the next turn to get to aggressive mammoth. What actually wins us the game? Getting up to thorn mammoth would be awesome. Nothing has vigilance right now. Let's attack in with everything first. I just want to see how they block. Because we might actually have to have blockers to not be dead pretty soon too. All right, they do take enough to where the aggressive mammoth does give us the game. So we're digging for a land here. And there's a land off the top. Draws a card. All right, so at the moment, if they have removal, they kill us because they do have damage with this. So removal, we're dead. Probably should have held back one other blocker. Commence the end game. That amasses even more. Yeah, okay. Yep. Gosh dang it. Oh, we're even playing against other decks that aren't that amazing, but we're here to have fun and we're doing the things that no one else will do. So you're welcome, but there's a reason why people don't do this kind of stuff as often. That's okay. We're still doing it. Up against Nobu, and we really need a 1 and 2 drop in this deck to be worthwhile. I hate getting rid of a hand with lands, but we've got to. Yeah, Mulligan. Lockstone's way better if we actually have things to play in the early game. This is almost worse because we have a bunch of tapped lands. I'm going to keep it though. We'll drop 1 mammoth. Hold on to the rally of the ranks this time. It's something that we can actually play in the early game. So yeah, we'll try this one out. As long as we find 1 untapped land, we can get Rampager and Rally of the Ranks out on turn 3. And that's a 4/5, which is decent. So play out 1 mammoth. I'm hoping for an untapped green source here for Sunpel Grove. That's not a green source. Greenbelt Rampager. Oh, we're gonna be so slow in this matchup. White black version. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, now we're just so far behind at this point already. It's just ridiculous. With a Corpse Bear Dancer, very aggro. We could have a really big dude out with if we had untapped lands. Like we have so many untapped lands in this deck. Fabled Passage is in here just for the mammoth's sake. Maybe we put in mammoth just because it can become a 7/7, which then just dies to everything else. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yep. Oh, this is what happens when you play fair Magic. You should never do it. But we come to have fun, and this is what fun looks like, right? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Gosh. Alrighty, well, here we go. We get to play out Rampager and Rally the Ranks. All right, Rampager comes back one more time. Play it out. We have a 3/4 and Rally the Ranks. Ha 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 ha! Take that, fool! I'm pretty sure we're dead, but we did the thing we were trying to do. Okay, yeah. Gosh. Did they just put dead weight onto itself? I didn't even notice that. They're putting dead weight onto the Corpse Bear Dancer. Oh my gosh. I hate this game right now. All right, up against Bright Lancer. Oh my gosh. We just can't get a good hand with this deck. We're on the draw. If we find something else decent, This could be good. Hamza starts getting cheaper. We'd have to have like a Glade Walker. A Glade Walker off the top gets us a lot closer to the Hamza. I don't want to keep mulliganing every single hand though. We need to on that one. This is interesting, I guess. This also comes out for 4. It's easier to play this for 4 than the Mammoth is, so we're gonna go for like that. We do have more synergies in general for the Loxodon, so we'll do that. Oh, we're playing Cycling. All right, so we can get rid of the Footfall Crater, which might be necessary. It can give Trample to a Fox. So Flourishing Fox here. Hush. All right, rally the ranks on Elephant. All right, Mass Vandal does not work anymore. Thanks. I'm trying, man. I'm trying my best to play fun stuff. People keep stopping me. At least someone else appreciates what I'm trying to do. That's all that matters to me. I feel better. My life is complete. I'm content. Something like that. I don't know. All right, Aether Hub number 2. Realm Walker on Elephant. All right, we have some things to play. This is actually, you know, honestly, if we can find a Hamza off the top, this becomes a pretty sweet hand, and we might have a shot to make elephants actually do a thing. Come on. Oh, rude. Oh wait, they didn't actually kill it. Okay, good. Okay. That's fine then. So we actually don't have ETB effects happening right now. We're gonna throw out Aether Hub. I don't want to shock myself so I can avoid it. Ooh, Metallic Mimic doesn't actually count as an elephant at the moment. So this also doesn't work with the ETB effect, but I get a 5/5 out on the battlefield. Yeah, this actually shuts down all of our stuff. Metallic Mimic also doesn't work. So what are we trying to do? We're just trying to go wide, I think, right? So yeah, let's just go wide. Nothing onto anything because of stinking Hushbringer. All right, swing in. Down to 17. Pass the turn. You can swing with Hushbringer. We can block the Vanguard. And now we actually might be in decent shape. As long as they don't have like ways to pump, which I feel like that's what they're trying to do. It should be. Yeah, Mimic does nothing, but I can get out more stuff. Do I shock myself for this though? Ooh. All right, let's go with... Let's play this tapped. Let's get Mammoth off the top. This has our best chance of actually getting in for lots of damage. So swing in. I think I hold back the Vandal. We've already seen Claim the Firstborn, which was awful. We don't want that to happen with the Mammoth out on board as well. Down to 13. This puts the most power out in the battlefield. We get a land off the top, which means Mammoth goes a swinging. Luris gets some life gain. Down to 8. Let's go Mimic on elephants. Realm Walker. Number 2, which means we can... Oh, this enters with it. Oh, I thought this was an ETB effect, but it enters with an additional counter. This is an ETB effect though. All right, so go to combat. I need 4 people, and then I still want a blocker. So they can block with Vanguard right now and pay 4, keep it alive, and not be dead to this. Luris, how bad can Luris get here? It probably isn't going to be great. I want 2 blockers. We're going to go for the Loxodon. It does enter with a counter, which means it's going to be another 6/6 for us, which is good. That's good stuff. All right, so... Yep, auto pay. So it enters with an additional counter with Metallic Mimic. I misplayed then. I should have got out Mimic earlier because I forgot that dodges around the Hushbringer. Yeah, so it says here, each other creature you control of the chosen type enters the battlefield with an additional counter. And so that dodges around the ETB effect because it's as it enters effect. So we have a really wide board. They basically have to kill us this turn. We have a good blocker for if they have claimed the Firstborn. I don't think they quite have it. It's going to be close, actually. Claim the Firstborn gets them really close. Of course they've got it. Gosh dang it. Footfall Creator can give something trample, but I don't think that matters here. We block Luris. Down to 7. They go up to 13. Do they have a pump spell? Nothing? Nothing. What? Good game? Seriously? Is it actually a good game? Attack all in? Good game, sir! We actually got a game! We did it! Oh my goodness. That feels good, actually. We didn't deserve it, but we did it. That's right. Take that, fool. Yes. All right, so what do we learn about Elephant Tribal? It can win a game. It's not the absolute worst. So the biggest issue is in Historic, there's just so many busted things. And in Selesnya in general, you don't have a lot of interaction removal that is effective enough at instant speed. We could bring in like Ram Through into the deck, which would be pretty good. But the biggest issue is that I wanted to play more fun stuff, you know? Ram Through would be good. We had Glass Caskets, but instant speed removal with Ram Through would be really nice. Honestly, you probably take out Rally the Ranks and add in some Ram Throughs there. And really, you should have about 8 pieces of interaction. Thor Mammoth, I would count as half of one because it's so expensive that it doesn't interact in the early game. And so together they make another one. So we should add in somewhere another like 5 pieces of removal or interaction in general. And then we'd probably have a decent deck. So we could probably trim around Veneraloxodon and Hamza. We never found a single Hamza. Or at least we had to mulligan him away. But we were getting counters onto things. We did see that work out fairly well. Overall, the deck is funny. It's fun to do. It's a thing that we can do. I think you can trim out on Rampagers because we don't really want multiples of these because they're less good in the late game, right? So we just want like 2 of them. We maybe find it in the 1-drop slot. We trim out on maybe 1 Hamza, 1 Lox, maybe 1 Hamza, maybe 1 Mammoth. I don't really know. But then just add some other early game interaction that would be better, or ramp so we can get to the bigger stuff faster. This way, this actually counts as actual stuff. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.